Man, I tell you what, we've got a guy. I tell you, I've met a few years ago, and an incredible person. Not just a speaker, but he has this wonderful spirit. And when I met him and I shook his hand, I could feel the spirit that this guy has. He's just a great person, and he's got a wonderful smile that you guys are going to see. But let me tell you a little bit about him. What I didn't understand is with that smile, he's a tough guy because he's a retired Marine. And he
Mm.
don't tell you, so, he's been through 20 years in the Marine Corps. And he was a logician, a certified substance abuse counselor, a suicide prevention counselor, a
Wow.
sexual assault advocate, an
Mm.
environmental compliance supervisor, a safety supervisor, and a marksman trainer over the 20-year scope of time that he was in the Marine Corps. So you know that this man was respected by everybody who he encountered, everybody who encountered him. Then he retired and became a corrections officer in Wilmington, North Carolina. He don't take no stuff, y'all.
Right.
So he's fully retired now, and he's a mentor. He started a few different organizations. One is called New Gaming Movement Mentoring Program for young men from 7 to 17. So he's reaching back to take care of the future leaders of this world. He's one of the 5,000 role models of excellence in the Broward County school system. Now, he's also a motivational speaker, and he's been speaking for 17 years. He goes to juvenile detention centers and speaks to the youth. He's a volunteer for the North Broward County Elementary Schools. He's the CEO. When does this guy sleep? I don't understand. I'm gonna ask him
I
when I get him
know,
on air. When
right?
does he sleep? Because it doesn't sound like Amari sleeps at all. But now he's also running a company called Synergetic Network Group. He's the founder of Iowa Pele Movement, the CEO of Akabulan Lifestyle. And he's just absolutely an amazing person. He works on people's spiritual, physical, and financial wellness. Those are the things that he is an expert at, and I'm just waiting for him to come on and share with us today because I've known him for a few years, and every time we sit down and talk, we have an amazing conversation, and I know he's just chomping at the bit to share with us today. So I'm going to welcome Amari Amari. How are you, my
Welcome,
brother? Good to
Amari.
see you.
All is well. All is well. Thank you for asking. Good
I
to
don't
see
know how
you
you have
too. Thank
time
you,
to
Mr.
speak with
Felton.
everything he said in your bio, but yeah,
I'm telling you,
we,
I'm sitting here going, wow.
yes, yes, yes.
All praises. I give thanks.
Well, the stage is yours. Welcome to the Real Men Speak Summit. Take it away.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Peace and blessings, everybody. It is yours truly, your serial entrepreneur, Amar Amari. And as Mr. Velton said, I am a retired Marine. I did 20 years in the Marine Corps. My queen Amani, Amari, and I, we are serial entrepreneurs. We oversee approximately about four businesses, one of which is a very lucrative business, which is a real estate investment business. As Mr. Velton said, we have Synergetic Network Group LLC, where we are the community liaison for entrepreneurs and consumers. We have an online T-shirt business, and we also have numerous community activities that we get engaged in. My queen and I. And both of us, we're both from two rough areas within our community. She comes from Pompano Beach, Florida. I myself, I'm a native of Rochester, New York. I was born and raised there. I was born and raised in the inner city. She and I, we both experienced some heinous crimes in our lives. However, she and I, we both adapted and overcome. So I am a party crasher. And you heard me right. I am a party crasher. And what party am I talking about? I'm talking about a pity party. Well, my father told me at the age of 5 he didn't want to see me anymore. My mother, she's a former drug dealer. I've seen a lot of drugs. I've seen a lot of crime. I lost friends. I myself personally, shot twice point blank range, missed death numerous times. I went to combat over in 2025 over in Iraq. I was almost blown up approximately 3 times when I was over in Iraq. So I began to recognize that my life has a purpose. And throughout all the things that I experienced, even lost a Marine that was over there, and throughout all those things, all the traumatic things that I just before said, it did not stop me from accomplishing my goals. So I'm here to ask you a question on today. How long are you going to hold on to it? See, what seasons us up is fear. Fear will keep you from conquering the bully that's in your life. The bully really doesn't have any power over us, but because mentally we are incarcerated and we feel like the bully has an upper hand on us, some of us will never aggress the bully because we feel like the bully will defeat us. Well, fear, it stands for falsehoods elevated above reality. I'm going to say it again for you. Fear is falsehoods elevated above reality. It was just like our ancestors when they was on the plantation and they outnumbered the slave master. And the slave master instilled fear in them. And it was mental, because anybody that knows when you are mentally controlled, then your enemy can have power over you. So what state are we in? Why are we in this dilapidated state? Because of the falsehoods that's elevated above reality. See, it's not a restriction because you are an African male or you're an African female. It's not a restriction because of what zip code that you are born in. No, it's not. What the restriction is your mentality. Your mentality is what is dictating how you live your life. Your own thoughts will bully you. So what I'm here to submit to you is that you must unsubscribe to the lies that you have been taught. Just like we've been taught into the mindsets that we have to be taught out of the mindsets that we have. Not only does faith come by hearing, but doubt comes by hearing as well. This is the reason why a lot of people do not feel like they have the wherewithal. It's not that you don't have it. See, it's the falsehoods elevated above reality that is incarcerating you and keeping you from walking in your greatness. You are a person of greatness. You are a person that has unlimited potential. Listen, the sky is not the limit. The sky is only a view. Beyond the sky is a universe. So even with that, people limit themselves. There's more than meets the eye. You have to work on your mindset. Your mindset is just like an alarm clock. Now let's reverse that. You have to set your mind. Now, if you set the alarm clock at the wrong time, that means that you're going to be late. That means that if you had an interview, you can miss your blessing because you didn't show up at the right time, because the time was set wrong. This is what happens with our mentality. We have to set our minds in the right mannerism, because when you set your mind right, you think right, which means that you'll end up on the right path. But when you're taught the wrong thing, that means your thought process will be wrong, you'll do wrong, and that means that you'll go in the wrong direction. So what we have to do is we have to reshape our thinking. We have to work on our mindset. How did this former drug dealer, how did this former gangster that you're listening to, how did this former broken person that you listen to, how did he become a serial entrepreneur? How did he become the CEO in a very lucrative business that trillionaires and billionaires and millionaires are involved in? Well, I'm going to tell you how. How did I get this mindset? It's accurate information and the implementation of that information that brought about transformation that made me into a new creation. See, knowledge is not enough. Knowledge with itself is not power. I know that is a popular cliche that people say. I know, contrary to popular belief, I disagree, because for the simple fact that if you don't apply what you know, then you still would be in the same posture that you're in. See, our people don't only perish for the lack of knowledge, but you have to continue in that verse. And when you continue in that verse, it says that they reject knowledge. So why are we in the situations that we are in? See, we don't just need information. We need accurate information. Because see, those who are misinformed, they're misguided, and there's misconduct in their life. And that's the reason why they're on that path, is because they have been misguided. I want you to understand something. Information is the most valuable asset that you can have. Your intellectual property is the most valuable asset that you can have. Listen, as I aforesaid, I'm an investor. And in order for you to be able to protect your property, you put your property in a trust to protect your asset. But my question to you is, who's speaking into your life? Who's teaching you? Who are you listening to? What are you reading? What are you watching? Your mindset is the remote control to your life. Just like a remote control, the remote control, you can turn the channel. And whatever channel you turn it to, that's what you're going to be watching. So your mindset channels in positivity or channels in negativity. How do you view yourself? How do you view life? See, the reason why life stinks for some people is because they're stinking thinking. That's the reason why life stinks. Listen, I don't have bad days. Amar, wait a minute. So you telling me that you don't have bad days? I'm going to reiterate this. I don't have bad days. Again, mindset. I just had some challenging things that occurred throughout my good day. I don't have bad days. The reason why I continue to go forward in my life, the reason why life does not have the upper hand on me is because of the way that I think. I think like a champion. I'm a victor. I'm not a victim. I do not allow my background to hold me back. See, that's what some people's problem is. Some people think that, well, I come from a impoverished area. And unfortunately, that impoverished area, the atmosphere, has given them the mindset of a person of poverty. You must understand, being wealthy is a state of mind. Unfortunately, what we've done is we've allowed society to dictate to us what success looks like. We've allowed people to dictate how we live our life. And when it's all said and done, nobody has to live with the choices that you make except for you. Listen, why do you pay people attention whose lives is unfruitful? Why do you listen to people whose lives isn't going anywhere? I just want you to meditate on that for a moment. Understand, when you pay, you're supposed to be investing. Paying attention. I want you to think about it. When you pay attention, you're investing in your own destruction. Why are you paying them any attention? What are they saying that is going to add any value to your life? Think about that. What is the benefit of listening to a negative person? I want you to think about life mathematics for one moment. You have to subtract negative things from your life, add positive things to your life, and that will multiply your life. And then you can divide. Because now you're at a point in your life where you're able to contribute to others because you are now in a mental state, a spiritual state, and a financial state in order for you to be able to invest in others' lives. I'm here to tell you right now that your background is not a showstopper. Your zip code is not a showstopper. Your gender is not a showstopper. Only your mindset can stop you. You are the one that makes the choice to give up or to give in. Remember, it's your choice. Why would you sit there and die with a loaf of bread under your arms of starvation? Why would you do that? Your gifts will make room for you amongst mighty men. Your gift is what you monetize on. It's your choice for you to continue to subscribe to ideologies that keep you in the place of poverty. I want you to think about this for one moment. When you have a subscription, you'll continue to have the monies withdrawn from your account until you unsubscribe, right? So with that being said, your blessings will continue to be taken away from you until you unsubscribe to the negative viewpoint that you have about yourself and about life in general. Change your mind. We live the way we think. Again, this is yours truly, your serial entrepreneur, Amar Amari. I'm the CEO of Synergetic Network Group, LLC, where we are the community liaison for entrepreneurs and consumers. Synergetic Property Solutions, LLC. Alkebalon Lifestyle, LLC. And About My Biz T-shirts, LLC. And I'm also the founder of Uwa Pele Movement. Uwa Pele is a Yoruba word for good character, general character. And we focus on your spiritual, your physical, and your financial well-being. You can find me on YouTube, Uwa Pele Movement. You can find me on IG, Uwa Pele Movement. And also, you can find us, Synergetic Network Group, LLC, on Facebook and IG. Thank you for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it.
Whew, man, oh man. Great job.